Hi, I'm back home and I feel like shit. Today's Tuesday. We left last Wednesday to go to Manteo and stay at Jackie's grandmother's beach house. We stayed Wednesday through actually Sunday morning. Wednesday and Thursday we were there by ourselves. We spent a lot of time laying around watching TV because I felt really poorly. And then Friday people started rolling in for her sister's wedding. Friday night was the rehearsal. They got married in the Elizabethan Gardens in Manteo. At the very end of the gardens, it's my computer. At the very end of the gardens, where there's a gazebo that overlooks the sound. In hindsight, it's very hard to communicate inside of a garden. But it's a gorgeous location. So we checked that out, and then we had rehearsal dinner. I had sirloin that I think everybody ate off of. Jackie and her cousin had half of my meal. But, yeah, it was nice. Her dad worked on a video that he showed. Interesting. Fun, whatever. And then Saturday morning, Jackie got up bright and early to help set up. I think I slept until like 1, and I threw my clothes on. And as most of you know now, this weekend in the east, there was a huge storm, and the Outer Banks got hit pretty bad. And we decided Friday night we'd call it by 12:30. Looking at the weather forecast, there was supposed to be rain up until 12, and it was supposed to stop. The opposite happened. There was sun all morning. They made the call at 12:30 that we're going to the gardens, and it started raining. It eventually got down into the 20s. Flash flood alerts, 60-mile-an-hour winds. It was really, really rough. They, I think, made the best of it. In the gazebo, there wasn't a whole lot of rain. It was just very cold and very windy. But they made it through it. We came back, and I couldn't get warm, so I actually ended up in the reception hall. Found a place upstairs when they were getting dressed, because we came back to the same place, and had a couch, and I passed out. I slept during dinner. I wouldn't have been able to eat anyway, so I thought it was fair that I not do that. I came downstairs for the cutting of the cake, which I didn't eat any. It was a lot of chocolate, and it's not been going good. The eating hasn't been going well lately. Toasts, and then one of Jackie's sister, Angie, her friends, her like core group of high school friends, one of her friends is stationed overseas in military police, and so she made some videos that were toasts that were pretty funny to watch. And then by the time the cake got passed out, a lot of the older crowd, kind of the family, kind of funneled out, the grandparents and stuff. And then Jackie and her dad were supposed to sing, and everything got out of order. So they were going to sing, and they were kind of waiting on the bride and the groom, I guess, to get kind of up to the front of the room. So they sang, because her dad decided he wanted to sing Fever to warm up, and then they sang In My Life, which they had been requested to sing one rehearsal. If I put this video in here that I have of it, she may kill me, so I won't do that. If you really want to hear it, I'll figure out how to get it to you. But you'll have to find me. So she sang, and then we hung out for a little bit because I'd come downstairs, and then we talked to a couple people, which was a lot of fun. Took some pictures, we're in some pictures, and then we decided to head out early because we had to get to bed, and the weather was so bad that we decided we were going to stay overnight. Initially, we were going to leave right after the reception and drive straight through about an hour from home for rehearsal. But we had the dogs, and it was so bad, we decided to wait and leave Sunday morning. This is like a 3-day wedding, you have to understand, because Sunday morning there was a brunch. It was like everybody was arriving as we were leaving, so we had to say bye. We drove in. It's about 5 hours from our house. It's about 4 hours if you drive like to Jackie's dad's, which is where we would have stayed had we drove in the night before. And we dropped off the dogs literally in the parking lot with a good friend that we were rehearsing, the place we were rehearsing, and we went and rehearsed. We had about a 14-hour rehearsal. We came in right when they were having lunch, and the rehearsal was supposed to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we unfortunately were only able to make it for Sunday. And Jackie got caught up and everything, so, and being sore, so, and then we went, we got done earlier than we thought, so we went by and picked up the dogs, and then came home. In our neighborhood, in Greensboro, we got a ton of snow. We were driving back home. Now this is Sunday night, and there's still snow on the ground. And there's actually still snow on the ground today. It's more like ice. It's frozen, and it is melting. It's just not melting quite fast enough. There's not enough time in the day, especially the places that don't get sun. But I mean, it's everywhere. Our parking lot is full of it. So we're dealing with that still. I had a consult yesterday on the phone with the wizard, and we're going to be starting back here pretty soon. I'm going to start back the first week of the year, just to give me this week to kind of chill. We're going to do 1 week on, 2 weeks off to not detox, so I can detox and not blow up. He agreed with my plan. Thankfully, I found Dr. Hall, who did my gallbladder surgery. He offered to put a port in, and I had to really think about it, because I thought I just wanted one to want one, because emotionally I was afraid to get rid of the PIC, but thinking about it, it actually makes more sense to get rid of this PIC line that's been in here way too long, in my opinion, because the longer they stay in, kind of, sometimes they have a history of being hard to remove, and since mine has been in almost 20 months, it needs to go. That we're going to swap the PIC out for the port, and I hate we could not have done it at the same time as my gallbladder surgery, but getting a hold of my doctor would have been a nightmare. Yeah, so I need to try to get a hold, I guess, next week, 'cause the office is closed today, get a hold of Dr. Hall and try to sort that out, and it's another surgery. Hopefully we'll pull the PIC the same day. It'll be about 2 weeks recovery, but I won't be able to do anything because the port goes directly into your chest. They're about this big, and they have, they're metal, and they probably leave a little scar. I don't know, maybe that big when you're done. When you pull them out, but you don't have to pull them out. That's kind of the thing. They're meant to stay in long term, and since we don't know exactly when and where we're going to need the fluids, it makes more sense to use something that is made more for whenever you need it use, as opposed to the PIC line. It has to be flushed daily. Port needs to be flushed monthly. So there are a lot of pluses. Even though it means surgery, we're going to have to remove this PIC line anyway. So we might as well do it all at one time. So that was kind of the good news as far as that. I need to get some blood drawn. Our plans for Christmas look like this. Christmas Eve at my mom's house with the dogs. My mom keeps the dogs all Christmas Day. We go with my mom to meet my family for brunch Christmas Day. Then we head to Jackie's dad's parents' house, and then we head to Jackie's dad's house, where we probably will spend the night with her sister and her now husband, I guess, with their dogs, and then come home the day after Christmas, and probably pick up our dogs and just hang out again. Nothing big, just what it usually is. It's pretty standard for us. It is an hour drive, but can't really do anything about it. So that's our plans. I am feeling like crap, and there's a lot of medical planning that needs to be done. Hopefully we can do it at the beginning of next week. Maybe we can even get this thing done before the end of the year, but I really doubt it. It will probably be the very first of the year. So likely another surgery. Just have to get all the medical stuff worked out, and the insurance and all of that. It has to be worked out. It sucks, but everybody kind of agrees this line needs to come out of my arm, and I need the fluids to continue, so that's what's going on. Jackie is now going to Target and to go get us some food from the Japanese place. That's what we're doing tonight. So I hope everybody has a happy holidays, no matter what you're celebrating, and take care of yourselves, and hopefully I'll check in, and I'll see you guys soon, maybe even before the new year. So take care, and see you later.